I'm Lauren Radley and I'm a freelance illustrator and small creative business owner, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Christmas greetings card. I'm going to sketch out my design and then transfer the image to Procreate on my iPad and colour it digitally. So I'm going with quite a traditional design. I'm thinking of kind of Christmas leaves and foliage and Christmas wreaths. So I wanted to create something based around that. So the whole idea at this stage is just to be really quick, just a rough sketch. It doesn't have to be perfect, like no one else is going to see this bit. It's just for you to get an idea of your composition and a design sketch that you're happy with. I think it's starting to look good, it's nice and balanced. I'm kind of happy with how it's looking, and I've just written a little Christmas message in the middle. The next stage is to digitally import your sketch, and to do this I just take a photograph with my iPad and then I will open it within my file within Procreate. We're now going to refine our sketch so it's a bit clearer and we're totally happy with how it's looking before the colouring stage. Above my imported sketch, I'll make a new layer and pick a pen that I like to use for this, which is the technical pen, and just start neatening this sketch up and refining it a bit. The next step is to start blocking in base colours and then add your detail. So I'm just going to reduce the opacity of my nice sketch layer there, make a new layer on top, and you can see here in my colour palettes that I've selected a nice Christmassy colour palette of some greens, browns, reds, and yeah, I'm just going to start selecting them and colouring in my Christmas wreath. So you just keep going with colouring in and blocking out the base colours of your design until you're happy with how it looks. So I've blocked in all my base colour. I'm really happy with how it's looking, kind of the balance of that colour. And the next thing I'm going to do is to go in and add some details, and yeah, we'll start seeing the finished design come to life. So I just want to add some detail to these eucalyptus leaves. And to do that I like to create a clipping mask there and get one of these textured brushes so I can create these like almost painterly brush strokes on my design. And sometimes I reference illustrations, so I might reference a picture of a robin, but a lot of the time I just like to draw from my head. I think that's kind of what gives illustrations like your own style and some charm to them. This stage where you start adding detail, especially when you kind of add eyes and feathers and things, is where it just really starts to come alive and the illustration just starts to kind of pop a bit. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's looking, and I'm just going to hide the sketch underneath so you can really see. And the next thing we're going to do is add some text. So for this, I'm just going to probably pick a slightly darker green so it stands out a bit. Maybe that one. And Procreate has some really nice brushes that are kind of ready-made typography brushes for you. So if we just find them here, calligraphy section has got this actual brush pen, which is a really nice one to use if you want. I like to practice writing it out a couple of times until I have a version that I'm happy with, and then move it in, because often it's not the first version that's the one that you'll want to go with, and if you overthink it, you don't kind of get that natural flow to your lettering. So actually I think I'm kind of happy with that second try of Happy Christmas, so I'll just hide that first attempt I did. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my move tool and just drag it over into the middle of my design, just resize it slightly so it fits and reposition it like that. Just to make it stand out, I'm going to try a different shade of green, so I want it to be darker. Yeah, that's much better. So there you have it, a finished Christmas greetings card. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please subscribe to this channel. And if you want to learn more about me and my process, then check out my online course at Domestika, link below. Perfect. I've always wanted to do that YouTube thing. Link below. Link below.